All right, guys, we're gonna get started here in just a bit, just to see what's going on. I just want to make sure that you guys can actually hear the game, which is good. All right. Yeah, so far for the most part, I believe we're gonna be in good hands here, guys. Make sure the webcam's actually working. Yeah, adjust this just a little. Some. Oh. Yep, that's why we were getting it, guys. Alright, so right now we're just waiting for a couple of the other people to actually join in on this, guys. And we're gonna go ahead and get started here. So I came in as player 2. Yeah, Lonely Wolf, hey, what's going on? Yeah, sorry about that earlier. I did see your comment before. I was just replaying some VODs. I do apologize for that. Alright, guys. This game seems like it's like being a bit laggy and derpity derp on me. Let me go ahead and refresh this here for just a second, guys. Give me one moment, okay? Laria, what's going on? How are you? Okay, so we're gonna see if the rest of the people get in here real quick, guys. We're just gonna kind of see what's happening here. Alright, so hopefully we'll get started here momentarily and then see how this is going to turn out. Believe me, I know it's dragging out on my side as well. Alright, so let's see. I can't even type right now, guys. So it looks like it's running better, which is good. Oh gosh, Solid, what's up, dude? Alright, I'm gonna move this actually right here so I can see the game better. We're gonna try to win this competition, guys. Alright. Guys, remember, if you're coming in right now, make sure you guys are joining that Discord, guys. It'd be nice to have you guys on there. So, looks like notifications are rolling in. People are gonna know we're live now, which is great. We're just doing a little quick Bomberman competition here, guys. This week, I believe we're doing level 3, and it looks like it's just gonna be 3 of us. So what time is it? It looks like we're about 10 minutes in. Uh-oh, this is bad, guys. So far, it looks like we have Minuang and Magic something. Seems like it's lagging a bit, but I'm just gonna have to stick with it. Bomberman OP, right? Project Zero, what is going on? Those points in, Solid? Get those points in, bro. 15,000. Holy moly. Need 46 more hours, man. Get that next rank. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. So far, 3 of us showed up for this competition, but we're still missing someone else. I'm gonna put these comments right here so I can see them while I'm playing, which would be perfect, so I don't have to keep looking at this monitor. I'm kind of thinking about doing away with the 3rd monitor, guys. I don't know. I just feel like my computer will probably run so much better. That way I'm not running this, like, 60-inch TV. I think I'm just going to use the 31-inch monitor and the 21 or 24-inch monitor and just stick with these 2. It's cool. You know, I can't do 1 monitor. There's no way. I can't. I don't know how people do it. Yeah, I don't know. Right now with cable companies and everything like that, so I'm hearing like still haven't changed, right? Project Zero, you're killing it, dude. You need 51 hours. You'll get it, bro. You'll get it. You'll get it, guys. I haven't checked my hours in a while. Let's take a look. Oh. I need 533 hours to level up, guys. Oh my gosh. I bet you Trick Spot's up there, though, with the points, because, you know, he talks all the time. Take a look. Trick Spot is a freaking Force Chrono. Oh my gosh. Or no. I beat Trick Spot. Okay, wow. That is interesting. Alright, so I think we're about to start this match, guys. I believe we're going to start this match here in just a moment. Let's make sure everything's looking good. Hack spot, right. Okay. We're just gonna have to try to play with the lag. I don't know. Why is the screen doing that? Alright guys, I'm gonna try to host the thing real quick, guys. Give me one moment, okay? Keep it up, guys. Keep it up. Alright, let me go ahead and get this hosting rolling in. That way we could try to get the games going, which would be perfect. Bum 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 ba bum bum ba bum. Bum bum. I think it might be server-sided, guys. Hmm. That's so weird. Hey, what's up, Thomas? Alright, guys, we're gonna try to figure out why it's doing this. Alright, so far it's running better, though. Alright, let's see if these two are here. Seems like it's running okay now. It seems like it was just the beginning part. Wait, did it really delete the server? Be macaroni. Alright, so let's join this one, guys, see what happens. Alright, I think we're finally going to start this route, guys. I think so far we're good. So I came in as player 3. Okay. Nothing much eating. Thomas, what are you eating, bro? What you eating over there, man? Alright, so it's just going to be 3 of us, guys. We're getting ready to pretty much start this up. So let's go ahead and do this real quick. Alright. I think we're finally about to start, guys. Wait, who am I? Player 3? Alright, let's see what's going on. Chicken again? Thomas, chicken again? Oh, the conveyor belt level. Oh, dear gosh. All right, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens, guys. We're getting ready to start. I move my keyboard up and just use my elbows here on the table so I can play better. I think we're going to do this, guys. We're definitely going to do this. We got this. It seems like it's running good. All right, here we go, guys. We're ready. We're finally going to start this competition. All right, here we go. All right, I'm player 3. So I'm on the top part, guys. This is a weird location for me, so I got to get used to this. I do got a kick. I think it's perfect. All right, we got the kick. I'm going to go ahead and grab this. All right, perfect, guys. Let's get these rolling out of the way. All right, what do we got? A blue? Blue is good. Wow, I wasted my dinosaur. No, Tricks! Seriously, dude. What are you thinking? Yes, another one. Oh, the pink, but you know what? It's better than nothing, guys. This ain't gonna work, ladies and gentlemen. We gotta clear up this top space up here because I'm pretty much secluded out here from the world. I'm gonna sneak bomb one of them. Wow. Nice low there. Okay. All right, we gotta be careful here, guys. Holy. Wow, that long range. Alright, we're gonna try it again, guys. I screwed up. Sorry, I got distracted. I got a lot going on right now, guys. Alright, so I had a bad first start here, guys. I think it's a lot harder, too. With less players. It definitely, I guess like attention span wise, other players can like focus more on the other party, you know what I'm saying? So let's try this again, guys. All right, I know I'm red, so we got this. I had that round. I had kick, I had dinosaur, I had everything, guys. I screwed it up. That was my mistake. That was my, that was my bad. All right, let's roll it in, guys. Let's roll it in. I got lion bomb, which is perfect. I got the blue, which is perfect. The way to do it, guys. The way to do it. All right. Oh no, what happened? Oh no. A little late? It's 8:24. Well, we're really only one round in. Right. That's it. They're going to win this match. All right, come on, Tricks. Ooh, get the focus in. Oh, let's get the focus in. We got this. How's it running though, guys? It looks like it's running pretty nice, actually, which is. Wait, who am I? I'm player 3. All right, so we're gonna be waiting for the next round here, guys. Wait, what is all this going on? Okay, so we're just getting everybody ready right now, guys, which is good. All right, so we're just waiting on player 4. What the heck is going on here? Why does it do that? Wow. What's up, Jim? You loaded up your stream since I hosted you. Wait, what? What happened, Jim? What happened? Project Zero, what the? We got this, bro. Alright, now we're waiting on player 4 again. Yeah, when I got here, I went to my channel, not yours. Wow, Jim. Really? Hey, you know what? We all do it, guys. We all do it. At least it's running good, though. Very true. Very true, guys. Very true. Oh, man. I think today I'm going to take it easy. There's a couple, like, games I want to complete, guys. I think I'm going to finish them up. I'm definitely going to do Paranormal. We're going to see. We're going to definitely see. Not even try that. We went back game. That's thanks to J13 for that one, guys. You guys have been doing very wonderful with, like, game suggestions. Okay, I think we're ready to start. I'm ready. All right, I think we're good to go. I'm gonna play the robot. He's pretty bulky though. It's all good, man. That sound command even worked? I may need to restart Trick Spot, guys. Alright. I think it's this OBS remote thing I got. Speaking of that... my touch portal go? Oh, there we go. Of course there's an update. Alright, round's about to start, guys. Round's about to start. Alright, here we go. Player 3, let's go. The game is running great too, guys. I got the bombs in. Let's try to get some, you know, double action rolling in, which is perfect. Alright, let's grab the dinosaur. Blue. Blue is perfect, guys. Blue is perfect. Good, 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 guys. Good, good. Alright, we knocked one opponent out the way, which is perfect. Alright. That was close, guys. That was close. Oh, lost my dinosaur. Really? Not good, man. Not touche. They are really watching it down, guys, which is not good. Oh! Dang it! Trapped me! I had everything too, guys. Once I lost the dinosaur, I knew it was game over for me. Alright, here we go. Why is this not working, though? Seriously, I gotta set it up again? So much work. Alright, I'll do it later. Alright, let's get back in, guys. Oh, welcome back, Thomas. About the real codes? What do you mean, Project Zero? Wait, what? I'm confused. What are you guys talking about? Codes? Dang it, man. I don't got no kick, guys, which is bad. We gotta get that out of here. Alright, we got bombs, which is good. Get the kick, get the kick. Take it! Woo! Okay, now we're looking good, guys. Now we're looking good. This could be bad. More bombs. Bombs is perfect. Wow. Bad news for all of us. Wow, no! Oh my god, guys, I got a lot of noise again. I'm sorry. All right, let me try it again. I don't have my focus. It's not here today. Oh, I know. All right, try it again. Let's get this next round rolling. It's all right. I'm down, guys. I'm down. I'm doing bad this tournament. All right, let's try this again. All right, this is bad news, but you know, all right. Got kick. Got lion bomb. You know what? I'm gonna sacrifice the dinosaur for the greenie. Not good, guys. Not good. Good. Let's grab all the kicks we can, guys. I know they're scared right now, which is good, guys. We want to do that. Yes! Woo! Put the pressure in. All right. Eat water, drink food. Hey, that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it, guys. All right. So player 2, 3, and 4 coming in with the 1 point, guys, but we got to hold it down. Permanent's still going on. All right, let's try it again. I love the green dinosaur. Oh, somebody just killed themselves. That was pretty brutal. Okay. I need more bombs. I need something, because this is not gonna work, guys. Not gonna work. Alright, they're gonna have kick on that side, so... Not good. Dude. This is insane. I don't have no kick, guys. Oh, thank goodness. Woo! Woo! That was close. Wow, that was so close, guys. So close. Alright, let's keep it in. Get this next round in. Okay, we're only up by 1, guys. We're still behind. I don't really like grabbing those things. They're dangerous. Alright, let's try it again. I don't have any more bombs. Alright, let's grab this. It's a pink thing, which is fine. Hey, nice and easy, guys. Nice and easy, guys. Yes! Woo! That was close. All right, let's bring it on. Oh, man. Right, solid. Right, guys. It's insane how this is happening right now. All right, let's try this again. We're in the next round right now, guys. Next round. All right, just gotta hold it. I just trapped myself. Dang it! Wow, tricks. About to begin into the next round here shortly, guys. Uh-oh, who's gonna win this one? Seriously? Alright, we're into the next round, guys. We're into the next round. That emo was easy to get. There you go, Thomas. That's the way to do it, bro. That's the way to do it. Okay. Alright, let's try this again. Don't trap yourself this time, Tricks. Alright, everybody's got one. I got three, guys. So I'm definitely in the lead. I just gotta win 2 more rounds here. All right, let's try to grab a few things here. We got bombs, which is perfect. Iron bomb comes in handy. See, I need that. I get trapped right now, guys. I'm doomed. Oh. Yes, give me that kick. Way to do it, guys. The way to do it. Wow, we can't drop no bombs. Okay, I don't have the green dinosaur, guys, but I got the jumpy one, which is fine. Alright, here we go. About to wear out here any second. That was close. Wow. Oh gosh. All right, guys, here we go. All right, so far we're back in the game, guys. All right, let's get the dino. Got the purple. I can deal with the purple. Purple's good. I just need more unlockables here, guys. More unlockables. Well, we could try to do that, I guess, right? Alright, let's try to keep our focus here, guys. Lion bomb, I'll go for it. We ain't got much bombs to really line up here, but it's all good. Wow. I had no kick, man. I don't like not having kick is like not much you can do there. You know what I'm saying? Really got to rush for that kick. I just didn't have any on my side. I just didn't get because I'm looking right now at the blocks. I don't think I even had kick spawned in my area, so this was not a good round for me. But that's okay. I mean, like I said, I just need one more win, guys. But look at these two contestants right now. They both got dinosaurs. I'm pretty sure. Yep, they both got kicked. So yeah, this is gonna be a tough battle for these two guys. Oh ho! It looks like player 1 just lost the dinosaur. All right, that's gonna put player 2 at a big advantage right now, guys. Now the pink dino doesn't really do much. It just kind of shake its behind, you know. But other than that, though, it's still a good sacrifice like that. There it is, guys. There it is. That was close. All right, let's do this again. All right, come on, Tricks. Let's get our head of the game. All right, so far so good. We're holding it down. Got the kick? Yes, got the early game kick. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, I guess we'll do that because we got to kind of clear that out, right? Got the dino. Sweet. And we got the... I don't know how this is gonna work because I only have one. Shoot, man. Good, we got another kick, guys. Perfect, perfect. But I need more. Wow. Just wow. I'm doomed. Oh ho! I don't have kick? I was about to say. Oh! The victory, guys. Woo! That was close, guys. Oh my gosh. Woo! We won it again. That was great. Thank you, Solid. All right, guys, look at that. Unbelievable. Ah. They all did well, guys. They all did well. Enemy.